Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone, and how's your day? I'm so happy in here, and I hope all of you, is stay healthy and still happy because our era pandemic of COVID-19. Um, so yeah, it's honor to be here, and I'm here. I am Ikfisani Yuniar Rifki. I'm from Chemistry Department 2018. I want to tell you about the article that I have read because this article is interests me because the article is so related with my final task from my university. Okay, the article that I want to show you is okay, the mobile learning application for helping pupils in learning chemistry. So, before I wanna tell you more about the details about the article that I have read before, I wanna show you that in today, I wanna tell you about five topics. The first is introduction. The second is the method of the research. The third is result and discussion, and the fourth is conclusion, and the fifth is future work. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, the first slide is tell me about the introduction. Why I chose this topic because this is so related with my article, right? Okay, the first is you can see from the picture is the people find it as uninteresting and difficult domain in the learning chemistry. Although chemistry is considered as one of the important science subjects in elementary school, pupils find it as uninteresting and difficult to mind. And then the second is the from we can see from the picture, the chemical bond can be considered as an abstract concept which cannot be mapped or applied to everyday life. We know that there are so many topics in chemistry that we cannot explain how to it means like how the with each particle is reacted. We cannot see with our eyes. So yeah, this is one thing, the difficulties that are faced the peoples in the world. Okay, the solution, one of the solution is the possible solution is based from the researchers is proposed the use of learning media interactive. But there are so many alternatives or there are so many solutions. But from the research, one of the solution is the use of the learning media interactive. Okay, the next picture is mobile apps and augmented reality educational mobile apps which enable pupils to learn chemistry. So this is one of the um, previously researchers that they say that the mobile learning or mobile apps or augmented reality is can help the pupils to learn chemistry. And what is the response from the pupils after they receive the mobile learning? The positive feedback from pupils towards the use of the educational mobile apps in learning chemistry in elementary school. So from this introduction, from this picture 1 until 5, this is like a whole introduction um, introduction of this article. So what is the next? Okay, the next slide is I wanna tell you about the highlight of this article. This article has three highlights. the helping pupils in the learning chemistry using mobile learning application which provides Arabic learning materials. In some researchers said that when pupils learning with mobile learning application, it can increases the knowledge about the ICT or of or technology. And then the second is support pupils in Palestine with mobile learning application that explain the different concepts chemistry in Arabic language. So, from the articles that say that the pupils, the one of the difficulties that people face in the learning chemistry is language, and then the third is focus on the female pupils because in general they show less interest in learning chemistry than male pupils. So, based on this article, some researchers say that um, male female pupils is more not familiar with ICT or with technology. So this article is want to the female pupils to try out the ICT or mobile learning application. So let's go next slide. Okay, after we know about the introduction, we know we should have a some methodologies to get some data. Okay, the method of the results of this article is has three. The first is research objective, the second is research question, the third is brief explanation develop mobile learning application. Okay, the first in and the second is like almost same because this is like the whole of this article. This is the big question of this article. The first is what are the interesting and preferred feature in mobile learning application for learning chemistry course in Palestinian elementary school. And then the second is what are female pupils' attitude towards using mobile application to learn chemistry course in Palestinian schools, and then the way the researchers get the data is from the evaluation step. The evaluation step has three steps. The first is training phase, and then the second exploration phase, and the third is interview phase. And the first step or training phase is like the researcher give the explanation about how to use the mobile learning application. The time is 10 minutes, and then the next step is the exploration phase, which is this time two female pupils try out the mobile learning application. The time is 10 minutes, and then the third step is interview phase, which is this is steps that researchers is so important because this is like the seven pupils give the receive the um, question or questionnaire from researcher to explain how the feeling after they try out the mobile application. Okay, the sample of this research is the seven pupils learning chemistry of one of the Palestinian primary school in Jenin, and then the instrument is giving the seven question. Okay, and the third is the brief explanation about the development mobile learning application. Okay, the chem app with the chemical application is in this article is like so complex because this is not only give the material to the pupils but also give the some quizzes games from the pupils that some interest for them. Okay, this is you can see from the slide on this slide. This is the picture screenshot of the picture about the gem app that containing Arabic language and then so colorful. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, the next slide is about the final result on the result and discussion. What did we find after the researcher gave the questionnaire? Okay, this is the seven question that already give to the pupils. And the first question is, do you think this mobile application facilitate chemistry learning? Okay, the response from the pupils is like positive feedback, and then they say that um, this is the has the appreciation for the availability of lesson in whiteboard videos format because it helps improve people's conception of the fundamental concept in chemistry. So it means like the people's like the feature of the whiteboard. So because they get the this feature can help they can help to um, understanding more about the material in chemistry. Okay, the second question is, why do you think this tool is helpful? In what areas does the tool help you? And then this is the almost same. The response from the pupils is almost same. They mentioned that Champ App helped the to learn chemistry in a new simple way, and then pupils think that Champ App can make learning experience easier and faster. And the feature that they like is feature about whiteboard videos. Okay, the third question is, do you wish to use mobile application to learn chemistry in the future, and why? This is a interesting question. Okay, the people say that mention that they can use application in the later study stage as the application help them in understanding a number of fundamental in learning chemistry. Okay, we go to the next slide. Okay, the next slide we can see that the next question is, how do you compare this mobile application with other learning tools such as desktop applications? The response from the pupils is like they like to use mobile learning because the ability to combine both learning and entertainment. Okay, uh, the people say that the mobile learning application is not only uh, they can not only get the materials, but they also get some quizzes and games, and this is so funny. And then the next question is, do you think a mobile application is better than classical tools like books, tutorials, and etc.? And then the response from the pupils think that the Gem app can provide them with learning content in an innovative way. Okay, the next question is, do you think that mobile learning has any disadvantage? What are they? The response from the seven pupils mentioned that it will be better at more whiteboard videos that explain the different concepts in each lesson. Okay, from this answer we know that the pupils is like really like about the feature, the whiteboard videos, and they want to more about this feature but in the other um, subject or other lesson. The last question is, can you offer some advice for improving these learning tools? Okay, the response from the several people is like, okay, other people would like to see more educational games that are integrated to the application. So this is the almost same answer from the previous question, that the people's is like want more about the mobile learning application. It's not only chemistry but also another lesson. Okay, after that, the next is that I want to highlight is after we know the conclusion, the result. Okay, this is that want to highlight is there are so many people still confused about learning chemistry, especially in abstract theory. And then the second is visual think, how to help the pupils, students during learning chemistry. And then the last is the limit of the mobile learning application, talk about chemistry subject. Okay, the highlight is there are so many people that still confused about uh, learning chemistry. The second is how we, as a teacher, help them to fix or to help them to get some interest for with learning chemistry. And then the last is there are still limited mobile learning applications that talk about chemistry subject. Okay, the next is our result will seem to show that okay, GEM application consists of a number of components, facilitate learning process pupils, and then the second is the components are whiteboard videos allowing pupils to watch explain books lesson in Arabic language, interactive periodic table and chemical reaction equation and interactive chemical lab. The third is ChemChem app was evaluated by female pupils to test the functionalities and investigate pupils' attitude toward the use of mobile learning chemistry course, and can be concluded that the female pupils appreciate the use of the proposed mobile learning application or GEM app. So this is some summaries that we have discussed from the first until now. Okay, then the last but not least is I'm sorry, wait a minute. Nah, the fifth or the last is about the future. This is like the homework or some small tasks to us from the researcher that we have to do. The first is enabling teachers to create learning materials that supports their learning strategies is an important aspect that still need more efforts by researchers. The second is there is a need to support teachers with authoring tools that enable them to create, customize, deploy, and integrate learning materials in mobile learning apps. And then the last is the authoring tool needs to enable teachers to create different assessment techniques such as quizzes, exam exercise, and etc. Okay, okay, okay. This is the last slide. the The title is Thank You and See Next Agenda. But I'm so sorry, this is because the limit of the time. I cannot open the Q&A session. If you want, you can email me. You can email me if you want to discuss more about the material that I have told before and which part do you like to discuss it more with me because I also wanna because I'm also wanna some feedback from you guys. I'm so sorry because the limit of the time. It's thank you for your attention, thank you for your support. I'm so sorry if I have many mistakes. See you in the next agenda. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.